Hey, good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon. I'm used to doing this at 10 a.m. Good afternoon. My name is Dean. I'm the board certified music therapist with Levine Cancer Institute, and this is Music Therapy on Self-Care. Music Therapy for Self-Care. We're live on Mondays and Thursdays. I bring you some sort of musical experience, and typically it is that on Thursdays I share music with you and talk about it, and on Mondays I do live looping. But since I did not do song discussion last Thursday, I thought maybe it would be more beneficial for me to do that today. And so here I am. And this is going to be an exploration of country songs, some of which, I think all of which are a little sad today. However, they are some of the better written songs I've heard recently, with the addition of an 80s country song, which I think I've done on the stream before. Cannot remember it, but it is likely that I've done the Earl Thomas Connolly song on here before. So, more specifically, I am interested in, here recently, I'm interested in the music of Tyler Childers, so I got some of his music to share with you today. His are more on the sad side, and then the Jason Isbell songs are more about life in general, and then Earl Thomas Connolly, that one's a adulterous love song. So in true country music fashion, it's got some kind of twist in there. So I'll get the chat window up here, and I'll also get the music choices here so you can see them. Probably going to do them in that order unless someone watching has a different preference. Hoping that the camera's not so glitchy like it is right now. Let me do one thing real quick. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, I think that does help a little bit. Okay, now, bottles and Bibles. Bibles. That's how he says it. Bottles and Bibles. Okay. Great song by Tyler Childers about a preacher who's been drinking. So, has all the workings of a great country song. Hey there, Margot. How you doing? Bottles and Bibles litter the floor, an all-night revival passed out around 4. Now the preacher's been drinking, but it's hard not to do since she ran out the screen door and swore they were through. Lord, if you care, send a spirit down here, 'cause the preacher's been drinking again. It's a hard way to go on the straight and narrow when everybody in town points a finger at you, but they ain't had to walk with the weight that you haul. They don't know you at all, but they think that they do. He didn't believe her. He just knew she'd come home, but the night kept a-crawling as he laid there alone. He'd call up to heaven, and he'd hope and he'd pray, but the line's always busy since he went astray. Oh Lord, if you care, won't you answer his prayers, 'cause the preacher's been drinking again. But it's a hard way to go on the straight and narrow, when everybody in town points the finger at you. But they ain't had to walk with the weight that you haul. They don't know you at all, but they think that they do. Now the bottles and Bibles broke out in a fight. The whiskey fall hard, son, and took victory that night. They found him a-laying face down by the stairs, dressed up for a sermon nobody would hear. Oh Lord, if you care, send your angels down here, 'cause the preacher's been drinking again. But it's a hard way to go on the straight and narrow, when everybody in town points a finger at you. They ain't had to walk with the weight that you've hauled. They don't know you at all, they think that they do. Oh, thank you there, Margot. That is very nice. Yeah, that song's written by Tyler Childers, and I got another one of his that I'm going to do here, just because both of his songs are kind of gritty, that I've chosen for today, and this exploration of mortality and heartsick, and that one, it's kind of an exploration of both. The preacher's been drinking. He's this spiritual person who seems to have it together, but when his wife left, he turned to other vices. So heartsick there, and then eventually the theme of mortality, because ultimately that vice took his life. And like I said, it's all the fixings of a good country song. So this one, actually I have someone that I say, oh, I should take a step back. In my circle of friends and colleagues, we all kind of make fun of the fact that I listen to a lot of sad girl music. like Phoebe Bridgers and Julian Baker. So one of the reasons I chose to do sad country songs today is because this is the equivalent of sad dude music. So that's a little bit of the inspiration here. Uh, and also, I chose to do this last Thursday, but didn't end up streaming, and the weather was kind of dreary, so it'd have been better for then, anyways. Kind of nice today here in North Carolina, so and around the Charlotte area. So maybe if it's a little foggy where you are, it'll be a little more fitting. So this next one is called Coal, also by Tyler Childers, about coal mining, which I guess you probably could have guessed that. Now God made coal for the men who sold their lives to West Van Leer. You keep on digging till you get down there, and it's darker than your darkest fear. The woman in the kitchen, she keeps on cooking, but she ain't had meat in years. Just live off bread and live off hope and a pool of a million tears. Now let me tell you something about the gospel, and make sure you mark it down. When God spoke out, let there be light, he put the first of us in the ground. And we'll keep on digging till the coming of the Lord and Gabriel's trumpet sound. 'Cause if you ain't mining for the company, boy, then there ain't much in this town. We could have made something of ourselves out there if we'd listened to the folks that knew that coal's gonna bury you. Now it's darker than a dungeon, and it's deeper than a well. So sometimes I imagine that I'm getting pretty close to hell. And in my darkest hour, I cry out to the Lord. He says, keep on a mining, boy, 'cause that's why you were born. We could have made something of ourselves out there if we'd listened to the folks that knew that coal's gonna bury you. We could have made something of ourselves out there if we'd listened to the folks that knew that coal's gonna bury you. Yeah, short one, but potent. Love that song. I've been listening to, pretty much nothing but Tyler Childers and Jason Isbell for the past couple weeks, I think, and a lot of substance there. So I looked it up, and West Van Leer, he talks about now God made coal for the men who sold their lives to West Van Leer, and that's like some kind of unincorporated mining community. It might be in Kentucky. I can't remember because I looked it up a couple weeks ago. But it's this song's all about, working for the company, right? Like, pretty much working for nothing. So if you're familiar with any of the mining culture, then you know what I'm talking about. You know what he's talking about in the song. So, all right. So, I'm going to move on to If We Were Vampires by Jason Isbell. I'm going to check the key on this one real quick. So, give me a sec. Okay, here we go. It's not the flowing dress that you're in, or the light coming off of your skin, the fragile heart you protected for so long, or the mercy in your sense of right and wrong. It's not your hands searching slow in the dark, or your nails leaving love's watermark. It's not the way you talk me off of the roof. Your questions like directions to the truth. It's knowing that we can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone, or one day you'll be gone. We're vampires and death was a joke. We go out on the sidewalks and smoke, and laugh at all the lovers and their plans. I wouldn't feel the need to hold your hand. Maybe time running out is a gift. I'll work hard till the end of my shift to give you every second I can find, and hope it isn't me who's left behind. It's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone, or one day you'll be gone. It's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone, or one day you'll be gone. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a heavy one, right? Like, if we were vampires, so you know, you originally hear the name of the song, and you don't, you know, that's one of the things I love about it. Like, it's, you know, there's some intrigue, just based on the name of the song. So you don't expect it to be as heavy as it is, but I love the idea of it, and that album, I think it's called The Nashville Sound, is a Grammy award-winning album, and I don't know if that song won a Grammy by itself or not, but probably should have if it didn't. It's so well written. You know, so sad girl music is great because of the way it's written. Like it's very conversational, like Phoebe Bridgers, like I'd mentioned, or Julian Baker, Lucy Dacus, any of those Boy Genius crowd. Their music is so conversationally written. It doesn't feel like a song. It just feels like they're just kind of telling you a story, much in the way of, Tom Waits or less so Leonard Cohen because he used a lot of metaphor. But Tom Waits specifically had a very conversational songwriting style too. I think that's one of the reasons I like Tyler Childers and Jason Isbell. But a lot of their songs, particularly those two, deal with mortality in a way as is it's expressed through either love won or love lost. Um, so yeah, here is someone just rang my doorbell. Don't know who that would be. So then we have here Last of My Kind by Jason Isbell. Hold on one second. Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah. So I'm probably just gonna do this last song. We're gonna skip the Earl Thomas Connolly song and just do the Last of My Kind by Jason Isbell. I couldn't be happy in the city at night. You can't see the stars for the neon lights. Sidewalks dirty and the river's worse. Underground trains all run in reverse. Nobody here can dance like me. Everybody clapping on the one and the three. Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? So many people with so much to do. When it's so cold, my hands turn blue. Old men sleeping on the filthy ground. Spend the whole day just walking around. Nobody else here seems to care. They walk right past them like they ain't even there. Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? Daddy said the river would always lead me home. The river can't take me back in time. Daddy's dead and gone. The family farm's a parking lot for the Waltons, 5 and dime. Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? Tried to go to college, but I didn't belong. Everything they said was either funny or wrong. Laughed at my boots, laughed at my jeans. Laughed when they gave me amphetamines. Left me alone in a bad part of town. 36 hours to come back down. Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? Mama says God won't give you too much to bear. That might be true in Arkansas, but I'm a long, long way from there. That old world's an old and faded picture in my mind. Am I the last of my kind? Am I the last of my kind? Am I last of my kind? All right, so a short little number there. Also a very good one. Sorry to cut it short, but the person who rang my doorbell is someone I really need to speak to. But we did get in some good songs from Tyler Childers and Jason Isbell today. I will save Holding Her and Loving You for another day. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't yet done so, subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at DeanQuickMTBC or on Twitch. And yeah, take care, and I will see you next time.